somewhere.
Yeah, it's right here. There's the Jeep. It's Mark's Jeep. The car is not. No, the car's in front. Go in front with Mark.
Hmm?
You want to go in front of him or in the back?
No, I want to go where the lights are. I don't see the car in front.
No, yeah, it's right over there. See him? Let's go. I'm going to get out of the car.
Where?
Right there. He's right there.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Yeah. I can't see anything in this video. Can I get out?
Yeah. It's warm out.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How's it going?
Hello, Brian.
Nice to meet you. This is Michele Fiore. This is Mike.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Brian.
On video like Wednesday morning, talking about how you start shooting.
Who did this?
That he was the only one the other night that had a so we got Jake on the phone. Between me and Michelle Lauder and the Oath Keepers and stuff. It only took us 11 hours to go past around there.
So, my question, several people are saying that LaVoy gave his gun to a guy named Dwight. Are you aware
I
of
don't
that?
know. That I don't know. I don't know if the boy was armed or not. Because I was running around trying to get, everything else situated. The boy was in his place. I seen him put some stuff in his truck. I didn't pay any attention if he had a weapon on him. And the next thing I seen with the boy, he was in his truck. So I don't know if he had a gun.
So you guys were on the you were driving your Jeep,
Yeah, I was
and
driving the
Ammon was in the back,
Correct.
and Brian was in the front.
Yeah.
And so you guys get out of your car, and they handcuff all three of you. And then, and when LaVoy stopped, when Brian Payne got out of the car, that you did see them shoot at Brian and the truck, correct?
We heard a shot, but we were probably, I would say between 100 and 200 yards away. We heard what we sounded like a shot. But from where we were, we couldn't see.
You couldn't see them shoot. Like when they had LaVoy's truck stop, and Brian Payne was putting his hands out the window, and LaVoy was putting his hands out the window, and they were trying to communicate. There was two shots fired.
Because what it was, when they took me out of my Jeep, because they pulled the driver first, okay? They brought me out of my Jeep, they had me walk backwards towards them, hands on my head. Once I got back there, about 15 feet from them, they had me go face first on the asphalt, low crawl backwards. And then once they disarmed me, their vehicles, this is my Jeep, okay? Their vehicles were here, one was here, and then there was a pickup truck here. This would be the, no, think about it, would be this one. This would be the tailgate, okay? They brought us back and they had us back here. They had Ammon and I back here and they were bringing Brian this way.
Got you. So,
And then the dude that was here, he called for, he's the one that called ahead that said the vehicle 1 was clear to proceed with vehicle 2. That's when you heard the pop.
right.
But we were standing back here, they had us back here with our chests up against the back of a pickup truck. So I mean, I could see down the pickup, and I could see them bring, I could hear the pop, but I couldn't see like a weapon in anybody's hands or anything. And then that's when Payne come out of the truck and went to the ground.
So what vehicles were you in, and Brian and Ammon, when they?
That one.
No, when they had you on the ground, and they took you into custody. Who drove you into custody?
Nobody. We laid there for fucking 2 hours.
And then they
We sat
let
on
you
the-
go?
No, we sat there on the asphalt for 2 hours.
And then where did you go from there?
Well, after they went up, after the sheriff's van went up and picked the 2 girls up, they brought the 2 girls back, loaded all of us, well, at that time it'd be the 6 of us, into the sheriff's transport van, brought us back down through Burns, and then once we got to Burns is where Hammond made the phone call, because his phone was on the inside jacket pocket, and Victoria sat next to him, and then Payne sat here, and Brian and I sat behind him, and Shauna sat behind us. So that's where Hammond made his phone call. And then once we got west of Burns, there's a rest area probably 12 miles out, 15 miles out. That's where they split us up, put us in FBI vehicles. Then those guys went to Portland, and they brought me and Victoria back to the sheriff's station.
Why would they bring you back? Why wouldn't they arrest you?
Because they got nothing on me.
And so,
What they told me the bottom line is all they got on me is trespassing. I wasn't there when it was taken over. I'm not on film destroying nothing. I'm not on film talking about killing federal officers. I didn't raise any money to go there, and I didn't bring anybody with me. Which is how they nailed O'Shaughnessy and Pete Santilli, because Pete Santilli put out a call to arms for people to come up there. O'Shaughnessy every day was asking for
who's
donations.
O'Shaughnessy?
Joe O'Shaughnessy.
Okay.
He was down here in 2014.
Okay.
He was going on Facebook every day asking for donations up there. Well, by what the feds are claiming is that's a criminal enterprise. So he's trying to get money for a criminal enterprise. I did none of it. But see, I did what I tell all my people in Arizona to do. Shut the fuck up.
So
Don't
are you
talk.
from Arizona?
Yeah.
So who did you know before you went up to the refuge?
Payne, Ritzheimer, Blaine Cooper. All those guys are from, well, Payne's from Montana, the rest of those guys are from Arizona.
So, okay, so you just went up there to kind of help out, or?
The first time I went up there was because there was a 27-year-old girl with a 5-month-old baby up there that I went there to go get.
Oh, was that your girlfriend?
No.
Oh, okay, just a friend?
Just a friend. She's part of the Arizona 3%.
Okay.
But they were using her truck for supply runs. And
Who
Kristen,
was using her truck?
people in the refuge.
Oh, okay.
And Kristen, being young, didn't want to.
27?
27.
With and she took her 5-month-old baby up?
Yes, ma'am.
And why'd she do that?
She went up there originally for the protest, is what she's told me.
Uh-huh.
And she didn't realize that they were going to take the refuge. But once they took the refuge, originally they were using her truck, I guess, to go back and forth with some supplies.
So why would she stay there? She didn't want to be there.
You ever deal with mob mentality?
Deal with what?
You ever deal with mob mentality?
No.
When you're the one person that wants to leave against them? Some people don't want to rock that boat. She's got a 5-month-old baby, so she felt
You know what? I gotta say, I'm a mom. I have 2 beautiful grown daughters and 4 beautiful grandkids. And as a mother, your first instinct is to protect that child. So
And she did by her getting placed in town with a local family was how she felt she was protecting the baby the best.
So she could afford to drive up there with this 5-month-old baby, feed this baby, and hang out. Yeah, and this is your friend, right?
You're asking me, well,
right. Okay. I'm just, this is your friend that you went to rescue, and
she's somebody that, like I said, she's somebody that does protests and stuff for the Arizona State.
Right. Okay.
I know more of her than her.
So how did you get your Jeep back?
Well, after they ripped it apart, they gave it back to me about 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon.
And they left Ammon's stuff with you? They left his cowboy hat and his briefcase with you?
They were still in his Jeep apparently.
And they didn't take it?
Well, they took his computer.
They took his laptop?
Yeah.
But they left his briefcase?
Correct.
And his hat?
Correct.
In your truck?
Yes.
And now where do you live?
Arizona. That's what I've said 6 times.
Right. Okay. And so you're just driving back from Oregon now?
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Okay.
But I had his stuff with his hat and his Bible was monogrammed. So I wanted his family to have that back. To take it to Lisa in Idaho, that's way out of my way.
That's Brian Cavalier's phone, and then
One of my boxes of ammo.
uh,
Yeah, it's mine 1 and I think 3.
like a Apple Mac computer. So that's it.
cold. Didn't expect to be out there for more than a minute or two.
Trucking companies run trucks.
Okay.
Maintenance shops fix trucks.
Okay, so you own a truck. Okay, so you have truck drivers that run things through the country?
I have media.
Okay. So you kind of went up there to help and then kind of stayed for the cause, or?
Well, first I went up there to see what was going on
Uh-huh.
and to get Kristen. And right
Did
now,
you get her?
yeah.
And you brought her back? Okay, good.
Right now we're kind of low on freight. After the holidays to about tax time, dry van freight really starts slowing down because people don't want to spend money. They've already spent a lot of money for the holidays and they're waiting for taxes. And I haven't had much work. So I got a hold of Payne and asked him if he needed help up there. He said yes. So I went back up.
And that was the first, like, interaction with Ammon Bundy you had, was when you went
the
up?
first time I was up there too. I hung around with Ryan put me with Ammon during the day.
When you were picking up Kristen?
Yeah, because I had a room in town.
Okay.
So the first time I went up, I got up there late Tuesday night and left out on Friday morning. So I spent 2 days there.
And you and Kristen left together?
Yeah, she stayed up on my own.
Okay.
She didn't stay on the ground. By the time I got up there, she had already been shifted down to that family in town.
Okay, so they had families, like, hosting people?
Yeah, more or less.
So she was out of the mob mentality, in with a family. Why wouldn't she get in her car and drive away? I mean, it just kind of seems a little strange.
Yeah, except for her car is 35 miles away. You gonna walk that far in 12-degree weather with a 5-month-old baby?
No, so she left her car up at the refuge?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
She's kind of timid. And when I guess.
You know, why I find that really difficult to believe? Because you ain't timid being a protester, and you ain't timid hanging out with cowboys doing that. So that's, like, I gotta tell you, I'm sure she's your friend, but that as a female,
all I can tell you is what
it.
she told me.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just telling you, I ain't buying that story. So,
friend her on Facebook and you can message her again.
no thanks. So you have Ammon stuff now?
Yeah.
Do you want to head back to the ranch?
Yeah. I need to let my dog out. He's still in the camera.
Yeah. Well, I saw your 9-minute video, and I was quite concerned about it. Because I watched the video, and
aren't you the one who put out the tweet and he was on his knees and shot in his face?
no, I said he was murdered with his hands up, and guess what? He was.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just really kind of amazed that you would put a 9-minute video out contradicting yourself and saying that you couldn't see anything.
And I clearly said that in the video.
What?
Because the reason why that video went out was somebody, I can't remember, it was a woman that put a thing out before anybody came out, saying that he was on his knees and shot in his face.
Yeah, well, that's not what I said. I said
okay,
LaVoy was murdered with his hands up.
Okay.
And that is exactly, and one thing I'm just going to tell you, nicely, friendly, when I make a statement, if I'm wrong, great. If this is right, I never back down. I'll double down, and I have doubled down on that. Because after viewing the statement and having authorities and special forces view that footage, and until the actual dash cams come out where they actually see they were trying to kill everyone in that truck for 12 minutes, just plowing bullets into it, and then if you actually look at LaVoy on the ground and how many times he was shot, the man was basically murdered in cold blood, and then you put out a 9-minute video saying that didn't happen.
No, I don't think I said any of that. I recounted exactly what I seen, which matches what the FBI put up to the point where he drove off. And after that, as I say in my video, I went off what Shauna Cox said.
So hearsay.
Okay,
So
if anybody takes hearsay if anybody takes hearsay as gospel,
yeah. But why would you even do that?
Because
I
was asked numerous times by numerous people to do it to combat some of the rumors regarding. Should I have done it? No. Hence the reason why I put out the second video saying I should not have taken hearsay. I should have not have taken somebody else's word and put it on a video.
So did you actually on your second video admit that he was shot with his hands up? Because that's what happened. I'm sure you saw the video, and I'm sure you being there can clearly verify that.
I recounted what I said in my video. As far as that, I said in my second video that people can go watch the FBI footage and come to their own conclusions.
So you really
because there again, why? Okay, so listen, lady, I'm really not even bothered to even really get much into this with you.
Right.
Okay. My first video, I used somebody else's words and I shouldn't. Second video.
You just really destroyed trust upon an American movement. Because I can tell you, you are not welcome around the Bundys or this movement, period.
Okay. Which I think that's what my text to him kind of said.
I don't know what your text to him kind of said.
So, I mean, as far as the movement goes,
yeah,
I'm not real concerned about it, to be honest with you.
Well, you know,
because until I can get some of these big, tough American fucking patriots down on the border with the rest of us to work this border, I'm not real concerned about it.
So why'd you go up the second time?
Because what I tell you?
You told me you went up to save some damsel in distress,
no, that wasn't the
and then you
time.
went back.
Yep. What I tell you, I went the second time.
Because you didn't have any work and you had time.
What else?
That's what I heard.
No, see, I told you more than that.
Okay. What was it?
I've already told you.
Okay, good.
So, thank you for coming and getting this stuff. Appreciate it. Nice meeting you guys.